Hi, my name is Masood Abdullah and you're watching Shadowboxruk UK.
Hi and welcome to Shadowboxer. We're here at the Peacock Gym and I'm here with Masood Abdullah. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just happy to be here, to be fair.
Nice to see you. So the last time, I'm going to be straight with you, the last time that I saw you, it was at the Elites, the Elite Finals of the National Championships, which you won, and then you went on to win the Tri-Nations. I asked you about turning pro. You said no. What changed your mind?
Well, they got rid of my weight. The fact that my weight doesn't exist means that I can't go into international tournaments. There's no progression, and I'm getting old, man. I'm 26 years old, so I need to start progressing forward.
You say that you're old. I mean, realistically, in sort of normal terms, 26 years of age isn't very old. But for you, you felt that you needed to press on, didn't you?
That's it. As in, the reason why I'm saying I'm getting old is that I just want to move forwards. I want to see what I can do in the sports, and I want to do it when I'm young, healthy, and fit.
So you turned professional, was it a couple of months ago? What was the official date?
There hasn't been an official date yet. I'm still in the process. I'm still trying to get my medical sorted, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I'll reword that. Hold on. You're in the process of turning professional. Okay.
I've got my manager.
Yeah. So going back. I know what I'm going to say. You're in the process of turning pro, and I know that you're, somebody in IBC that everybody looks up to. You're well admired. That must be a blow to the gym, surely.
I mean, to be fair, I do love the gym. I loved my time being there, but things have to progress forwards, and I have to just move on with my career and do what's best for me. They didn't want me turning pro, but I'm a man. I can make my own choices.
And like you say, it was a case of that you were thinking that you were getting older and there was nowhere for you to go in the amateurs. However, I understand in the tradition of IBC that they put up portraits up on the wall. Are you not the winner where that's concerned?
No, I actually have two portraits up at Islington. The first one was me winning the Nationals. Second one was a bet that they lost, and as a form of punishment, they had to put up a second poster, well, second painting, in fact, and it's in colour. So no one else has had that ever in Islington. Super proud of that.
Shouldn't you have a third though, because you won the Tri-Nations?
No, it's only one. It's only if you win the Nationals once, you get it. If you win it multiple times, you don't get multiple paintings. They made the special, They just made a special one for me for losing the bet. That's it.
That's nice, but at least it stands out. So, have you actually signed with Frank Warren? Because I saw on social media pictures with you with Frank Warren, and I've heard that there's been a lot of interest from lots of promoters. What are the defining points that are helping you to make your choice?
Well, I actually spoke to the Warrens, and they've given me a very good deal. What they've done is my main concern was that I wasn't going to get enough fights, and they've given me my fights. They've given me a lot of other stuff, and yeah, I've officially signed with them. I think this is my first time announcing that. So I've signed with the Warrens. I'm signed with Alfie Warren as a manager, Frank Warren as a promoter, Queensberry Promotions, and I've got my advisor Richard and other people as well, Richard Taylor.
Shadowboxruk UK got an exclusive. What?
Yeah, first time I've ever announced it. So yeah, this is it. This is the announcement.
So, having said that, you're new to the game, so I would say that you're in a perfect position then, having just gone through the process. What 5 things would you advise other boxers as the most important things to have in place?
Most important things to have in place. Is this to turn pro or to turn pro? The first step would be make sure you have a good manager. Good manager, make sure you take your time. You're going to get a lot of different offers. Just relax, be patient. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. That's the second one. Third one is, again, this is about taking your time with trainers. Go around, see as many people as you can, see who gels with you the most, and just keep in constant contact. Keep tabs with everything or everyone you're doing. So if you're meeting managers, make sure you're meeting your managers often. And the last one, make sure you have a good lawyer, because a lot of boxers they just sign paperwork and just throw it away and that's it. No, make sure you have a good lawyer that has your back, and if anything goes wrong, you can always turn to for advice or legal aid.
Tell you what, some brilliant points there. Let's talk about the first, taking your time, or one of the good ones is taking your time. I do think that sometimes just in life, if you get offered something on a play, it feels a little bit too good to be true. People panic that maybe they're not going to get another offer. I mean, how was you able to stay really sort of focused on, right, I really need to find the right team for me?
In all honesty, the way I saw it is that if I didn't find the right promoter or the right amateur coach or the right coach or anything, I was just going to say amateur. That was it. So there was no pressure in me turning pro. I still had my GB trials and everything else. So everyone else had to meet to my demands, and that's what made it really interesting for me, and that's why I got such a good deal.
I like that I suppose it's because you didn't really need it, and then you can make decisions off the back of that. One of the great points that you've just made is about having a great lawyer. Would you like to elaborate on that further? Because I think that a lot of boxers just want to box and they forget about these really important things. Would you like to elaborate further on why you think it is better to have a good lawyer? Okay,
so I'm quite fortunate that I turned pro at such a late age, where I'm a little bit more educated and I'm a little bit more experienced as what goes on in contracts and what happens. And a lot of these youngsters just sign a contract without actually reading it. Don't forget, it's a 3-year contract. You have to look at it properly, or it's however long it is. You have to look at it properly, and having good legal aid will protect you. And remember, you can always change contracts. You can always amend it. You can always do anything you want to a contract. If they're interested, they will amend stuff. And just most people just sign it and just say, yeah, I want to fight. It's not the amateurs. This is a business. We have to take things properly.
I think you make some really great points about people just desperately wanting to fight and not really looking at this as a business. It is a business. You have to promote yourself if you don't have a great promoter, etc. So you've made some really great points. And talking of social media, I've seen you have been rubbing sort of shoulders with some of the best boxers that the UK have to offer. How has the pro life been treating you so far?
Honestly, the pro life has been amazing. I've learnt a lot, and I've learnt so much from different coaches. So surprisingly, I've taken a step back from sparring. I used to spar all the time, taking a step back. Now it's time for me to learn, to get my footing in the right positions, to sit down on my shots. It's been amazing. And again, learning from such good boxers, it's only gonna make my skill set grow even stronger.
Yeah, because you are one of these people that it's very difficult to get you out of the gym. You are somebody that is... You'd be the last one in the gym. You'd have to kick you out. So the adjustments that you are making in terms of the pro scene, what are you doing to make those adjustments?
To make those adjustments, I'm just really learning, taking whatever advice I can and really making it home. So any advice I get, I'm absorbing it, I'm practicing day in, day out, and just making sure I do things correctly, because I don't want to make the same mistakes as I did in the amateurs. Amateurs is a whole different ball game in comparison to the pros.
So when you say that you're practicing daily, I'm guessing you mean technically, just little bits and pieces, not necessarily just bag work, etc. What other sort of things would you do?
So I've started putting a rope in between my legs and sitting down, making sure my feet aren't too narrow, making sure I don't go off balance. I've started to keep my hands up, because in the amateurs, as you know, my left hand never came up, and I'm actually using my jab.
So sorry, is that another exclusive? You use your jab?
Okay, so Jackie's been ranting about me using my jab for a long time. I'm using it now. I'm using it a lot more often.
Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. But there is a downside to the, let's call it, the fame or getting a little bit more recognition. I saw an interview recently that you did on online, and I have to say, some of the comments that came up was quite upsetting. And to be fair, I was actually quite shocked at that because because you've only just started. And B, because it felt to me like slight, thinly cloaked racism. What are your thoughts?
I've read the comments. I find them hilarious, to be fair. I remember when Alfie Warren gave me a call. He goes, "Oh, you're blowing up on YouTube, Divs. There's like 17,000 views." I go, "Really? When does the video come out?" He goes, "Oh, there you go." And he asked me to go watch the video, but not read the comments. When I read the comments, some of the comments were hilarious. I'm going to be honest; they were very accurate to what I look like. The racism, you're always going to get that. Again, I come from a different country. I came to this country. I migrated to this country, and I've always received undertone racism from different people and stuff like that. It's nothing new to me. I'm used to it, and I know people shouldn't be used to it, but it's life. You just move on with it. That's it.
So in that respect, it hasn't affected you mentally at all. I'm guessing then.
No, not at all. I don't pay attention to any of the comments. I just focus on myself. That's it. I'm just happy to train and be alive and relish the moment.
I have to say, Masood, you're a better person than me. No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant that actually they're not getting under your skin, because that's kind of the point, isn't it, I suppose. I have to say there was a few things, probably because I know you, it really did wind me up. But like you say, it should really be water off a duck's back, shouldn't it? But there have been some comments also about your look, that you don't look like a boxer. What does a boxer look like?
I don't know. I think I may look like a boxer right now with my nose all... I guess I didn't look rough. That's what they were trying to say. I had glasses on. I was wearing a suit. I tend to dress smart quite often. But yeah, apparently looking smart or wearing glasses is not boxer-like.
One of the best comments, I have to say, though, was that you look like Clark Kent. And realistically, how you box, I think that should be your middle name.
Masood Clark Kent Abdullah. Very different ethnicities, but yeah, I don't see it working. But let's give it a go.
Can we not think of a similar character? We'll have to think. So you mentioned briefly that you migrated to this country. Can you tell us what age and actually where you're from?
I moved here in 2001. I was 8 years old, I think. 8 years old, May 5th of May 2001. I came from Afghanistan. As in, we just came to this country to get away from, the war and everything, and hopefully have a better living condition. And to be fair, this is the land of opportunities. So many people of my age are going out, trying to, partying, clubbing, committing crimes and doing all sorts, but, there's education, it's free here. You can do any sport you want, and that's exactly why I went down the path of. And that's why I want to promote that as well. I want to get more people from my country doing more sports, get involved in education, and just really bettering themselves. And as a community, I want Afghans to come out and, portray a certain image that isn't rough or isn't violent, and it's more educational, it's more pleasant.
Because people seem to be shocked that you're educated. I mean, I don't. Again, I've known you a long time, but I mean, what was your previous life in terms of work? So obviously now you're a full-time athlete. What was your previous life? What did that look like?
So I was training to become a wealth planner, so an investment banker, if you would say. It was good, but it wasn't for me. I can't sit down still for too long. I'm very active. And I just like training. I like moving. I like being active. I like talking to people. And being stuck behind the desk, for me, I think it was a nightmare. But I did my education. I got my degree. I tried out a job that wasn't for me, and moved on. and I love this, and I love what I'm doing right now. It's a lot of fun.
And the thing is, in life you've got to kind of find something that you really love, and then it just becomes, you know, it's not work then. So we're here at the Peacock. Really great gym, some faces around. Who are the people that you've been sparring, or have you had a chance to spar some people, get to know a few people?
I've actually got to know quite a few people here, but I haven't sparred anyone that's here right now. And to be fair, I'm really bad with names, so I don't remember the names of the people that I sparred to begin with in this gym. I know their faces, I know what they look like, but I can't remember their names.
And there's a competition, isn't there? Some sort of competition that you're involved in. I don't know what the machine's called, or some sort of, but you're the leader of the pack or something.
I've actually lost that. I've lost it. Yeah, it's done at Urban Kings, and every month they change it. And the guy that beat my score just came in on the last day and just beat my score, so I didn't have a chance to retaliate. Very annoying because he knows how competitive I am, and he deliberately decided to go on the last day. It's at Urban Kings, by the way, as well. It's a great gym. Pop down.
I can imagine that absolutely has done your head in.
You should see the Instagram messages. I was swearing at him, cussing him out, and he loved every bit of it. Like, he just kept on teasing it onwards. I was actually in Birmingham watching the Frank Warren show when he beat my score, so not like I could have done anything.
Yeah, so, yeah, like I say, you've been out and about. So when are we actually going to see you debut? Do you have a date yet, or...?
I have an estimate of a date, and I have an estimate of a hall, the place which I'll be fighting at. It'll be at York Hall. Sorry, not York Hall, sorry, my bad. It'll be at the end of February, beginning of March in the Royal Albert Hall. Great venue, so...
Wow, you're really getting looked after. Tell you what, that is a lovely, lovely spot. So we've got to wait about 4 or 5 months until we see you debut. But what can we expect from Masood Abdullah when he steps into that ring? Chaos.
Just fireworks. I'm hoping to put on a good performance. I'm hoping to be, not so rough, not so brawly. I want to be technical, and I want to dissect my opponent from beginning to the end. And I just want to chip away correctly, not be wild, and just take my time.
And lastly, do you have any message for those haters out there?
Nothing else, but just be happy, focus on yourself, and live your life how you want to live. That's it.
I like that. Nice. Well, thank you very much for giving us your time. I'm sure you're really hungry after all the training that you've just done this morning. Looking forward to the debut. Thank you very much. Joking aside, Masood, I cannot wait for people to see what you can do. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxruk UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.